Now what I'm doing right here, man, sometimes if you don't feel you can get a vocal sounding right, or the EQ sounding the way that you want, or, you know, especially with like head voice type of vocals or falsetto vocals or mixed voice vocals, a lot of times there's going to be frequencies that can get harsh and you don't really want them in there. This thing is a miracle worker. I'm probably gonna, maybe this will be the tutorial video. I'm gonna make a tutorial video about this. It's kind of a cool technique I haven't heard a lot of people talk about.
I like it.
And you can just basically pull up this TDR Nova, which there's a free version of this. And I think the paid version is like 50 bucks. So it's well worth it, man. Spend, you know, 50, 60 bucks, it's fine. Then if you go to the Smart Ops and you just learn the file, and it will learn all the frequencies. So it can work great with pink noise, but you can also just load a reference file. And so my trick to do this, there's a site called LALAL.AI, I think is how you do it. It's an AI that separates things into
stems and does a really good job, in my opinion, like
way better than the isotope stuff, way better than Serato. So you can separate out the stems to vocals, drums, bass.
So this is a site called LALAL.
Or it's just lalala.ai, but then it's got an extra L. All these AI tools are evolving so quickly, so they got all kinds of stuff. If you're a DJ, if you do mashups, remixes, this thing is like a godsend. But I use it for a different reason. What I mainly just use it for is the stem splitter. What you do is this stem splitter, you can then separate out a vocal. So let's say your vocal sound has some bad frequencies. What you could do is take a Michael Jackson song or The Weeknd or, I don't know, whoever, Billie Eilish, then just upload it here. And then you can separate it. You can split it into vocal and instrumental, drum, bass, guitar, anything you want. And then you download that sample once you split it. Then, depending on what you're using, I would recommend a TDR Nova. That's an EQ that has a reference matching feature. It will listen to your track, to your vocals, and it will create a custom curve. Just basically get rid of those bad frequencies. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people will just, you know, download music from wherever. Because this is so valuable to me, I actually will buy the MP3s off of Amazon. So, you know, in this case, whatever, we're going to choose Lose Control. It's really good separation. And then it will just split it. There you go. It's already done. Because, you know, those high vocals can get really harsh. That's why I chose a Weeknd track.
Yeah. I ended up using a Weeknd track instead.
Because he sings a lot of those high notes, and whoever his producer is really good at getting out those bad frequencies. So you just apply that, and then you just add as much of it as you want. So, I mean, in my case, I think I had it up around 37, 40%, something like that. You don't want to, you know, if you have it at 0% dry mix, it's going to sound weird. You can still move all these EQ points around, change them. Oh, the other thing about it is, you know, I'm just doing this because I'm live streaming, and honestly, this does a great job. But if you really want to be next level with it, you go to dynamic match, and that makes it into a dynamic EQ. Right now, this is just a static EQ, which is fine. I mean, I think it sounds pretty damn good, honestly. But if you really want to go that next level, then bring it to dynamic, and then all these bands will adjust only when that frequency is getting out of control, if there's like a bad frequency. So that's really the better way to do it. But again, I'm trying to save on CPU, especially while I'm live streaming. When I eventually mix this down, I'll probably will change it to a dynamic.
And the way that you move now come through.
Yeah, right around there. It's not bad.
You keep playing.
This is such a good plugin, man.
Would you come through? Girl, I'm so attracted to you.
Drums. Let's try to do drums instead. Okay, so let's just download the drums. All right, so now you got your sample. What are you gonna do with it? Well, let's check out these drums. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of how much this can improve any track. Vocals, drums, bass, keys, whatever you want. So this is gonna be right now just the drums. So what we're gonna do is load up a handy dandy TDR Nova instance. So again, you're just gonna wanna click Smart Ops, and we're gonna learn that track. If you wanna make the biggest change to your track, if you're really not happy with it, you're gonna choose Dynamic Match. You know, obviously dynamic deresonate can come in handy too. You know what? We have a lot of other choices. I already have like my range and my settings basically the way I'm going to want them. Just basically go through and audition them. So I actually like that, although it's way too loud. And I also like this one. Let's see. It's not bad, but I really like the tightness of this once I dial it in. So, you know, of course, none of these are going to be perfect, but this gives us something to work with. Okay, it's a lot better. This is such a versatile plugin. I mean, there's so much more you can do. You can change the attack and release, but I think it sounds pretty good. We just need to back off the dry wet. Here's without. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little bit messy versus here's with. Again, just an awesome plugin that can make like massive improvements very, very quickly. There you go. That's the TDR Nova trick. Again, you can also do a version of this with ozone and neutron. Just separate out the stems on LALAL.AI, or you could use that new fader plugin, or you could use Serato. Doesn't Logic have a new one as well? There's a lot of options out there. You know, the LALAL.AI is my favorite, despite the awkward name. A lot of people will choose Neutron because it's supposed to be for tracks. Ozone's supposed to be for mastering. I might make that a separate video, how I would handle that. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching.
¡Listo!